Hello you fantastic people and welcome back to Borderlands 3 in a bit of a different weird setup at the moment, so if I sound a little off, that is why. But today we have killed Gorgeous Armada 50 times in True Vault Hunter mode, Mayhem 4 in Borderlands 3 of course. They are a DLC 1 boss and are actually pretty well hidden in the game, so if you guys haven't seen this one before, I'll show you guys where to find it. They also have a dedicated drop that is a DLC 1 weapon, which is actually a pretty damn good weapon as well, so I highly recommend you guys get it. And it's super easy to farm. The only downside is you need to have cash to be able to do it, or just a loot artifact. Now where to find this hidden boss, you want to go to first DLC 1, then you want to go to the compactor and fast travel to the Trashlantis fast travel news station thingo. Run straight out to the left here, oh, there we go, through all this boss area, a whole bunch of enemies in here, but just run through this little tunnel. Right here is a news station which you're going to want to spawn in and out of. This just up here is where Scraptrap is, so if that is a good reference for you, that's where he is. And right here is the news station. Turn around and this is literally the door to the boss. And essentially you have to kill Gorgeous Armada and plus a whole bunch of other ones for his crew challenges, and this one actually has a dedicated drop which is actually definitely worth farming for. Now for the farm itself, the boss is actually super easy to kill. It's got armor and it's got a red health bar underneath that armor, but honestly they don't do really any damage, so just kill it with any weapon you want. If you guys want to see a full skill tree build and like recommendations for flak, I'm going to go through that for my next video, so feel free to check out that one tomorrow if you need more help or just want to know what the heck I'm absolutely slaughtering all the bosses with in my videos. I'll run through the entire thing for you guys so you guys can check it out. For this boss though, I'll have a few runs showing on screen so you guys can check out just how simple and fast this boss farm is. It's actually super quick. You essentially get from the news station, turn around, and there is a VIP door. It does cost $75,000, I'm pretty sure, which is super expensive unless you're late game. It is not profitable to farm them unless you have a loot artifact on. For example, I had no cash when I started this farm because I moved all of mine to a split screen character, and I ran out of money within like 5 or so runs. If you put a loot artifact on that has the extra 120% cash loot drops, that turns it profitable, so you guys can keep affording the door, plus you get a little bit extra cash. But the farm itself, of course, is not to get bulk cash. You're looking for the dedicated drop, plus it does also drop a fair few of the new DLC class mods if you guys are still looking for those. I'll read out the stats just while you guys are checking out the few farms I have on screen. It doesn't actually drop too much loot, unfortunately, because it is just a crew challenge boss, so compared to the main bosses, they won't drop anywhere near as many world drop items, but they do drop 26 legendary items total after 50 runs. They have a lot of runs where they don't drop anything, unfortunately. They do have the added bonus of having a chest right next to their spawn though. I don't usually count the chests as legendary drops, but they do drop a fair amount, so it's definitely worth spending the extra like 3 seconds to check the chest, in my opinion at least. I'm pretty sure that chest refreshes every single time, at least for me it did. Pretty sure I bothered checking it at least 80% of the time, and I think I got an extra 4 or 5 legendary weapons. I'll have a full list of all the legendaries I got, including the chest drops, in the comment section down below, pinned to the top. If you guys want to check that one out, feel free to do that. As for class mods though, they do drop 20 legendary class mods. They're all unfortunately could be unfortunate for some people, could be good for other people. Only the new DLC class mods, so if you guys are still looking for the new ones, decent farm, I guess. There are better places. Freddy and Jackpot definitely drop more in the time that it takes to farm them, but if you guys are going for this dedicated drop, it's a bit of an added bonus to get the legendary class mods if you're still looking for a good god roll for your particular characters. As for legendary artifacts though, they drop absolutely 0 artifacts whatsoever, mostly because there's no new DLC ones. So small crew challenge bosses like this, you won't expect to drop too many non-DLC world drops, unfortunately. And they did drop 1 single anointed legendary because most of the legendaries they dropped were class mods because it's DLC 1 and that's just what they do. But like I said, they do have a dedicated drop, and that is the Heartbreaker shotgun. Pretty sure it was a Borderlands 2 weapon, correct me if I'm wrong, it's definitely been in one of the Borderlands games, I definitely remember it. It is a Moxie weapon and is actually really good in this game. There is a few different variations. Surprisingly, it is a Hyperion weapon. I only got 2 out of this run, so it's about a 4% drop rate from my experience. That's not the guaranteed drop rate, that's just from my experience. One of those was anointed, so that's a pretty decent ratio if that continues to be the same thing as I keep farming them. 1 anointed per 2 drops is a very good ratio on Mayhem 4. If you guys don't know much about dedicated drops, the drop rate will not change depending on what level you're on, Mayhem 1, 2, 3, 4, True Vault Hunter mode or normal Vault Hunter mode. It'll be exactly the same. The only difference by being on Mayhem 4 is it changes the amount of anointed drops of that particular weapon or just any of the world drop weapons. So if you guys are looking for the anointed versions of the Heartbreaker, definitely be on Mayhem 4 if you can handle the boss fight. This one though, I feel like a lot of people should be able to handle this boss fight. So out of the couple that I got, this one's the stronger one. It is not the strongest version out of all of the ones that I've seen. This one is 405 times 8, 73% accuracy and 74% handling is both pretty damn good. Freeload time is pretty average with 2.4 seconds. Fire rate is 2.9, which I'd say is a little bit on the slow end, unfortunately. Magazine size of 6, but it does only consume 1 ammo for this one. Some of them do consume 2 ammo per shot, and I believe that is the redundant version, which is the stronger pure damage wise. That is like, for example, 405 times 16 is the different variations you guys can get. I haven't managed to get one of those for myself yet, but I've seen them online. They're pretty damn good, so I recommend you guys keep farming for those if you like the Heartbreaker shotgun. Mine also comes with 638 damage per second of corrosive damage, so it's really good for DLC 1 robots because they're a pain in the butt, and there's heaps of them. So this thing is a good mobbing weapon. Also, it does come with a bunch of different varying bonus stats. For example, 21% increase in crit hit damage, 58% weapon damage, 21% weapon fire rate, 25% weapon shield capacity, a whole bunch of random stuff that can vary depending on what drop you get, but there's a lot of good things in my roll at least. Also at the very bottom it says damage to projected front facing shield, because it's a Hyperion weapon, adds bullets to your magazine, which is awesome, but it's not even the best part of this weapon. If you guys have a high health or just health regen kind of build going, this is a fantastic weapon, because like a lot of Moxie weapons, it actually adds health back to your health bar upon doing damage. So if you shoot any enemy with this, it'll add a portion of your health back to your health bar, which is dope. I personally haven't got a health regen build going yet, but if you guys have got this weapon and you do have a health regen build, let me know how it is down below in the comment section. I'd love to hear your opinion on it, essentially. And just for those interested, I won't read through the entire stats because that takes a long time, but if you guys want to pause it and check it out for yourselves, this is the cryo version I also have, and the damage and specs etc for that. But yeah, that is 50 kills of Gorgeous Armada on True Vault Hunter Mode Mayhem 4. If you guys found this video helpful or enjoyable at all, feel free to smash subscribe down below. I'm going to keep this series going for all the rest of the crew challenge bosses and side mission bosses that are left in Borderlands 3 to test essentially all their dedicated drop rates, so you guys can find out all the best places to farm for your favorite Borderlands 3 legendary weapons. My new PC is coming very shortly. I want to get into some new challenges and playthroughs of Borderlands 3. Keen for that. I'm hoping it's coming the next couple of days. And then finally, my full game stream record situation build will be complete and everything will be beautiful. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Feel free to leave a like down below and share the video with your friends. Helps the channel grow even more. Thanks very much for like over 5,000 subs, by the way. You guys are absolute legends. And yeah, other than that, I shall see you guys in the next video. Till then, adios.